about the upcoming future release block here and talk about where players might want to consider allocating some of their funds going forward into actually the summer here, because we have Ghost from the Past up here. We have King's Court to talk about for this video. We have Abyss as well. So guys, make sure you smash every living crap out of that subscribe button. Come on, for me. Little heart, please. Alright, we're on the road to 90K. Alright, now let's dig onto this bad boy, shall we? Alright, the first thing I want to talk about here is Ghost from the Past. Now, let's be honest here. Ghost from the Past is already exceptionally expensive. Alright, now, I've always constantly asked, hey, Robbie, should we buy Ghost from the Past? Like, is it worth it? And I'm just going to give my opinion on the situation here. I think at this point in time, buying sealed for Ghost from the Past is pretty much a lost cause, to be honest with you. I do think that singles are going to be a very interesting creature with this set. We could see ghost rares going from anywhere to $200 to $300. Now, that being said, I'm hoping that the Blackluster Soldier will be semi-cheap. He's the one I'm personally looking forward to. But when you look at this style of set and you see, oh crap, like, this is, yeah, considering that everybody got their stimmy checks, blew through their money multiple times here, and this is the result of what we're seeing with these hike prices, man. Like, we don't even have a secondary established market for these cards yet, because nobody hardly knows anything yet. All right, I would assume that we'll start knowing stuff in a couple weeks, but that's just a pure guess at this point in time. So if you're sitting here going, I'm going to buy Ghosts from the Past, I'm going to buy all the sealed product, your window's way too late. Alright? If you're planning on buying a box and sitting on it, sealed, sure. I mean, it'll look nice. But at the end of the day, you're really going to want to wait for singles on this set. I would definitely once pre-orders kind of start and you're looking at what Yu-Gi-Oh! Or what Tier 0 is doing, of course, use What's Good 5 over there. Smile. What's Good 5, actually. And you kind of start to see these pre-sales. I would definitely look at the Ghost. But if you think you're going to get some of these Ghost rares really cheap, it's going to depend on pull rate. But I would, if you're planning on doing it, I'd start saving now. Alright, like, for these single Ghost rares. Because once it's too late, to the moon! Like, that set is going to rocket. Alright, like, you think it's bad now? Like, I'm actually surprised they didn't actually confirm the Dark Magician Girl yet. Once the DMG is confirmed, I'm kind of curious to see what we'll do. So, Ghost from the Past is definitely up in the air, all things considered. Now, let's look at Ancient Guardians here. Now, Ancient Guardians is... Ancient Guardians. It's the Abyss set. Alright, now, is this set going to super warp change the game? No, unfortunately. Looking at some of the cool combos that Abyss can do, yeah, they're cool. I think Abyss is going to be the one that I think players are going to take the most liking to of the three coming out in this deck, because it honestly has the players' most interest, and that's not a bad thing. I think once players kind of start to mess around with Abyss, we might see something in the Rogue or Tier 2 category, at least in terms of development here. But what about the Pendulum archetype, and what is it, Usartic? The Polar Bear theme is cute. It didn't take off in the OCG. It doesn't mean that it's not fun. The Pendulum archetype definitely got some good support, but it also didn't take off. And that's where we are with Abyss right now. All three decks don't seem that great, but that's not to say that players won't discover something awkwardly busted with them somewhere along the way. If I was planning on picking stuff up from this set, I would be ready to pick it up day one. I think Abyss will be very cheap. I have a feeling what you're going to see is going to be the same thing that happened with Drytron. Everything's going to be super freaking cheap on release, like disgustingly cheap on release. Like, people are going to look at this set and they're going to go, okay, so what do I want to pick up from here? Just pick up Abyss day one, or do it on pre-orders at a number that you feel comfortable with, and you'll be fine. Like, but I definitely, looking at Ancient Guardians, Abyss and the Pendulum archetypes are the ones I'm personally going to make sure that we have. I'm not too worried about Ursa Arctic. To be honest, I think they're going to be the cheapest. The Pendulum Archetype's got that infinite potential later on down the road. And then when you open up the door and you're like, well, you know, looking at what Abyss can do, Abyss is the one I definitely want to make sure that I have my hands on, just in case something bonkers happens with it, right? I think everybody pretty much agrees with that. So, Abyss. It definitely seems like the best cool deck going forward, like, honestly. So, looking at Ancient, I would just consider looking at Abyss. Now, we have Lightning Overdrive as we head on into summer here. Lightning Overdrive gives us Fafnir, which is the Drytron Link monster. You already know, baby. Drytron stuff has kind of went down at this point in time. A lot of people have put it aside. They're like, I'm just going to sell it. There's no point right now. If you want to get in on that entry-level floor, and you're like, all right, is now the time to start considering getting Drytron? Probably. We are several months away from Lightning Overdrive, and I do like to do these styles of videos where it's like, hey, like we gave you the knowledge. Don't be a big stupid head here. Like, you knew what was coming. Like, you had the idea. You just punted the ball. Lightning Overdrive. So things that you want to look at Lightning Overdrive, you want to consider putting money towards? Okay, so Fafnir, for sure. All right. 100%. The Amazement engine for like trap tricks and stuff. I have a video coming up. I can't make any promises when this stuff will be published, but we have a list coming up that shows trap tricks with the Amazement engine in the TCG, and it is absolutely awesome. Like, it is so cool. Like, I would look at the attraction stuff, and that would be one of the big things I would get. Of course, the set brings a Scrap Raptor as well. All right, like, every Orcus player in the world right now is like, soon. Like, I understand, like, there's excitement towards this. Like, Lightning Overdrive does give cool things. Like, so I would Scrap Raptor. Of course, you have the players that want the new Blood Rose. Of course, we have the new Super Poly Target in here as well. The back end of the Spriggan support, the Trap Trick support, the Busted Utopia stuff, the Adagnister support. Look at me. Look into my eyes. I've been on this Adagnister hype train for a while. All right, like, you guys know how much I've been talking about this and going, hey, pick up your Adagnister cards. All right, like, the deck is a lot of fun. All right, so, and that's it. That's everything that Lightning Overdrive from the OCG side has for us. Now, of course, you have War Rocks that you might want to consider. Field spells are still $2 to $3 at this point in time. You are 3 months away. 2 months away? 2.5 months away from not having made the mistake of not picking up your field spells. If you don't pick up your field spells and they jettison to the moon because of support, that's on you. I think that players are going to make a horrible mistake and not be prepared for that. So there's a lot of stuff in Lightning Overdrive. Is the set going to be on the level of the pot or the Pot of Prosperity set? No, there's no one super expensive generic card in Overdrive, but it does have a good spread of good cards. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. All right. And the last one I want to talk about here is the nostalgia trip that's going to be the King's Court. Now, King's Court we know very little about as I'm making this video. We know that we're getting a Magician Souls-esque card, and we're getting upgraded forms for Jack's Knight, King's Knight. The whole poker deck is going to be transcending into the game, and we're going to see players getting the chance to pick this up. Now, as opposed to the other three things that we were looking forward to in this video, this is going to be the Smash Next Level anime support. And I know a lot of people watching this are very casual. They enjoy their Yugi style decks. I would put money aside for King's Court if you are one of those players that definitely enjoys anime-themed improvements to the general game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, mark my words, there's going to be something stupid in this set that's going to rattle up the anime fans, and they'll be like, woo, woo, Dark Magician support, woo, woo. Like, it happens every single time. I mean, considering that you got the Egyptian structure decks literally right back behind it, yeah, trust me. Something about King's Court is definitely up in the air right now, as I said, that you're going to want to pay attention to and just kind of keep an eye on. All right, you've got plenty of information ahead of you here to stay educated. All right, you just got to make the decision of, do I want to save up a little bit for this? One of my priorities, what am I looking forward to most out of these sets? And where do I want to start? So, it's my thoughts so far. So, guys, what do you think about everything that's coming out here for Yu-Gi-Oh! Official trading card game? Guys, make sure you smash your little crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more excellent content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.